Another glorious Friday. Summer has decided to arrive. We knew it would eventually, and we've got a reason for it. Which, yes, we start off this week with an apology. Simon the hairy golfer, who says, "I would like to apologise to yourself and all your subscribers for the current weather." This is going back a week or two. "I went on holiday to Cornwall, and in my family I'm known as the rain god. Now I'm back at work, normal service should be resumed," and indeed it is. Good old Simon. You got a few of us a bit damp then in Cornwall, mate. I think the best thing you can do now is to give us the venue and dates for your next year's holiday, and we'll all go somewhere else. Go Simon. Yes, matters arising. Going back to the last vlog, I put a John Denver piece on the end of on the film there, on the end of the vlog, and quite a few people enjoyed it, which is amazing. I thought I was the last John Denver fans in the country, to be honest. But yeah, I'm very pleased to see that, and I've got some more lined up somewhere, so I'll dig them out. Now, also on those on that film, slides, wasn't it? Pauline was referred to as the boss. Andrew Merriman said it's nice to see the management making a guest appearance. And John Marty said it's good to see the head gardener enjoying herself in Cornwall. I wish you wouldn't do it. I mean, now she's making job lists and she's getting a rota going, and my name's on the top of them all. She says since she's the boss, she has to show management potential. Makes me suffer. Right, going back to James Weeks. Now you might remember James, who has the privilege of living with our virtual mascot, Sumac. They were in disagreement over how much air conditioning should be used, and apparently up till now, very little. That's my wife doing the cooking in the kitchen, don't worry. It'll all come out in the end. James says, "In my defence re-air conditioning, I did start it up for a few minutes this summer to see if it still works. I like to do that once a year to keep it from seizing up." It won't, I can't see it seizing up, if it does, doesn't matter. Excuse me, since you don't use it anyway, James. Oh dear. Jim Nichols. You might remember Jim had a very unfortunate accident when he was visiting us over here from New Zealand. He had a very unfortunate accident where he accidentally knocked over a pot, a very antique looking pot, quite an enormous one apparently, in Wisley whilst trying to take a photograph. He says, "My son's partner, they live in Sussex, worked at Wisley for a while a few years back. I should have asked her to get me an official pardon while she was there. But I blotted the heinous crime out of my mind until you reminded me of it." Hey, hang on, Jim. I'm in the frame now. Dragging me into this. You might remember we were discussing COVID. Gary Dwyer in Australia. He said, "Ron, the COVID situation isn't good in Victoria and a lot worse in New South Wales. But living in the country is a lot better than in the cities. Such is life." Hang in there, Gary. I know Jim's having trouble in New Zealand now. Well, guys, hang in there. We don't know where we are in this country. We're bobbing in and out, I think. Now, Prophet 5, known to us as Ron, he said he had the Clan Line steam locomotive through Morton last Saturday. Magnificent. Videos on my railway channel. Excuse me. Ron's railway channel is Vintage Steam Trains and Abandoned Railways. I thoroughly recommend that one to you. And Ron's one of these very, very careful photographers. You know, I think, pretty sure he uses a tripod all the time. Amazing. But some of the shots you get, I don't know how he does it. I've been making a bit of a mess of some of my railway shots just lately. But somehow Ron manages to bring out professional looking stuff. So I would go there. He's posted onto this channel, so you can pick it up from there. Or if you put in Vintage Steam Trains and Abandoned Railways, it's all in uppercase. I'm not sure if that is important or not. But anyway, go on there and you'll enjoy it, I guarantee it. Right, going to the film then. This is looking for the lost tunnel at Bull Pill. Andrew Merriman again. The box at 5 minutes 31 I believe to be signals and telegraph connection points for wiring, as telegraph poles would not have been used inside the tunnel. And Andrew, as is Andrew's wont, gives a whole load of technical detail which is absolutely fascinating. If you're into railways, you've got to go and look at Andrew. And to be fair, quite a few of you are these days, and converse with Andrew through my channel, which is brilliant. I don't mind that at all. Lovely. Right, mainly in that film, we were celebrating the artistry and skill of the railway builders. Well, you were celebrating it, which is good to see, because I'm always fascinated by it. I'm always impressed. Let me read you out some of the comments. Sharon Idle said that was an amazing little adventure into majestically beautiful countryside. Such a shame that such well-built tunnels and railway alignments have gone to waste. Yep. David Bennett. That was really some fantastic architecture on display there. Quite magical the way it looms out of the lush green undergrowth. It was a bit like that, I have to say. I was sort of fighting my way through bits and pieces and fallen trees. Looked up and there it was. Yeah, very good. Michael from Poland said the engineering was superb. Just to think, all that work done by hand. That's what gets you, isn't it? How on earth do you do a project of that size by hand? Amazing, amazing. Peter Smith. The undoubted star of that walk was the quality and condition of the stonework after all these years. Yeah, they built it to last. Chris McCarthy. Amazing the craftsmanship on the infrastructure. It was so important for trade and shipping via the Pill. Yeah. Without that, then the forest would have been a poorer place, wouldn't it? Philip Pankhurst. Well-deserved tribute to the early railway builders. Like you, I always get a thrill when seeing evidence of their skill and the trouble they took to make industrial structures beautiful. Yeah, yeah. James Weeks again says there's really no better brick and stone work than that done in Britain. Yes. Just beautiful. As far as your new technique for avoiding letting your viewers down, you might say, I build it right at the start of the failure, just so that you knew. He said, I think I'll try it in class. Boys, this is going to be a really disappointing lesson. Just warning you. He said, I wonder what the head would think. It sounds very much like a risky strategy to me, James. I think I might give that one a miss, if I'm honest. Malcolm Richardson said, fantastic Dean Forest scenery and grand railway architecture to match. Can't beat it, can you? John M. Moore, who of course is our Martin, says, an abject failure avoided and the exclusive, elusive even, got there in the end, elusive portal located. Ropes and climbing irons next. I think not. Not for me, thank you. Rodney Masters, you can always rely on Rodney, can't you? Said, your adventures will be invaluable historical documents for the yet-to-be-born civil engineers when they undertake contracts to reopen these routes 75 years from now. Wouldn't that be good? Wouldn't that be good? Dave John. That's the price. this week's comment. He says, Dave John says, I wonder if whoever was responsible for the dangling rope down to the tunnel portal will have had to fight their way through the bracken as well. We'll watch this and think, damn. There you go. I'm most impressed by that. Right, film club. Now I started the film club just as a way of showing a few old bits and pieces which are hanging around and weren't good enough to go out as a main channel, I thought, so tack them on the end. But you guys seem to enjoy some of them, so I've kept it going. But we're getting towards the end of the bits and pieces now. This one is a bit of a scrape the barrel job, I think. It's a trip into Cheltenham. So it starts off in Pittville Park, one of the nice parks there. Walks into Cheltenham, quick cup of coffee, quick look at the main shopping street, back home through the park again, back home through the park. A quick look then at the racecourse, Cheltenham racecourse. So there's quite a bit in there. To me, the star, as I'm sure you'll agree, is once again the music, and you'll recognise it straight away. Right, now next week then, we're going to Chepstow. That's on the England and Wales border. Lovely little town, and it's got tons of history. As you can imagine, being stuck on the border and spanning across the River Wye, it's got stunning history, and I try to pick up on as much of it as I can. But I'm doing it in what I call three bridges. There's the old original bridge, and then there's a road bridge which has been built under quite modernish, I think. Was it the other way around? Was it the railway bridge was older? I don't know. Anyway, Brunel had a go at the railway bridge at the start, so there's railway interest all the way through it. So we'll go down to Chepstow next Friday. See you down there. Don't be late. that was the day in Cheltenham then. Now it's back to the trailhead. Catch you on the next one.